All right, this is the recap for March 18th, 2024. Heading into the open, we had this balance from 2 days ago, and then we were balancing lower in the bottom of yesterday's range, and just really balancing again with weakness. So the bearish bias was in place. We do have kind of a larger time frame exhaustion, but because on the short term we have balance break, things are resting, so the extensions down can still happen, and there's not any really big exhaustion. It's just kind of this grinding exhaustion. And so heading into the open, I was not willing to be particularly aggressive here. I think I was at 83 with my stop. I had this as resistance, and Oasis was a little, I guess, at the overnight high, and with all these lows from yesterday, and there wasn't any real first test here or anything. It's kind of more the same of what's been happening lately. Sort of key zones that hold, but no exhaustion first test, and I wasn't willing to short, to go long at initial support because of the bias, and we were weak and breaking down, and so thought we could go lower. I mean, if we exhausted straight into this zone, I was willing to kind of trade this defensively with this as a daisy chain, and then if those both didn't work, I was willing to trade this for sure, because that would be larger time frame and then exhaustion on the ITF, and there was a high likelihood of a reversal of some sort at this zone, but we didn't get there, and then we started moving higher and had a really nice exhaustion here, but I was up here, and I was willing to trade this zone and this zone on the short side, and it just failed early. And then I was thinking about, okay, possible failed breakdown here. How can I get in on this? And I just didn't really see a way. Like I thought, once it broke back into the IB, if it pulled up in the 76 or so, I could put my stop up here, but then it wouldn't really mean that much if it got stopped out, so I really needed my stop like at 88, and then I guess this final spike into 80 would have been okay, but I just wasn't, it was kind of a little arbitrary, and I was trying to make sure, because Thursday seems to be a day where my frustration can boil over, so I was just trying to be careful and not do anything really novel that might cause problems. So didn't really find anything here. After the bull bear zone had a failed breakout, then I was not really interested in trying to trade this long, and then it got down in the zone late in the day, and I was watching it, but then I just decided to walk away because it just didn't make sense. If it started to come down late in the day here, even though these are good zones, it's just I don't want to get caught in some kind of late day weirdness. Options expirations tomorrow, so I just figured I'll just leave it. And so now overnight we're balancing. We're in yet another pullback continuation on the day time frame here, and we've pulled back to 38, balancing near the lows for now, and as long as we stay below this area, then the bearish bias is going to remain intact, and if we get above here, then it's still going to be neutral bearish, but the daytime frame will be a little more neutral, and tomorrow's Friday, options expiration, so we'll be looking to be a little more selective